Welcome back to another episode of Team Build Tuesday. My name is Kasabe, and this is our third game with the Minnesota Twins, but we do have quite a few new players that are added to the roster. Let's take a look at some of those players. So first, the Finest program just came out at the time of this video, as well as some of the postseason cards. So as an example, we have Eddie Rosario in left field for the postseason program. And then for Finest cards, we have both new and flashback. We have Byron Buxton and Jorge Polanco. I also just got Josh Donaldson from the Extreme program, finally, after doing some of those excruciatingly long PXP missions. On the bench, we also have CJ Cron, who can play first base or the outfield, the corner outfield position. So we do have some power stacked up on the bench and some speed and contact in Rod Carew. For the pitchers, we're going to be starting Lance Lynn, who was a former Twin for a season, didn't perform very well for Minnesota, and like a lot of the pitchers that you'll see here, went on to have a better career in a different place. Actually, now that I think about it, we have an even better Ryan Pressly card that we can add to the bullpen here. So Ryan Pressly, there are a few cards that we'll probably not get for quite some time, one of which is the new 99 overall Takashi Walter Johnson. There's just too many buy orders at the moment. I also want to give a shout out to Showzone. This team I came up with on my own, but they do have a new team build feature. So if you wanted to do a team build for your favorite team, one of the Pro 30 MLB franchises, you can do so and create a team just like this on your own. It has a good mix of both current players and former players who even played one game for that squad. For more information, you can visit showzone.io. This is not a sponsored video since I do work with Showzone. Just wanted to throw that out there. If you guys wanted to do a team build team exactly like them, go right ahead. There's options. So the one thing I'm maybe questioning about my lineup is having the new Finest Byron Buxton in the 4 spot. He has max power, so he has the capability to go deep, as good as anybody else on the roster. I just don't happen to have a good swing with him. I just don't truly feel like I have a good timing down for him at this point. We did get the home field though, so we're going to be playing at the Metro, and once again, I just love this place. I miss it dearly. We also had to pick the classic powder blue uniforms. By the time this video comes out, the Minnesota Twins will have selected a new uniform and unveiled that logo. I haven't seen it yet though at the time of this video. I'm hoping it's kind of like a mix of old school and new school. And if it got rid of the Kasota Gold, I would be a happy man. As there is a base hit to center field. He's going to try for the double. I guess we're cheesing it today. And he's out. Thank goodness. I don't have throw canceling on, just because I would be one of those people that button mashes so many times that I don't make any throw at all. Lance Lynn, he swung at the first pitch of the game, which was a sinker. Going to see if he can chase some more pitches out of the zone. Maybe get some strikeouts with Lynn. They're going to say he went. I'm just going to go ahead and make the throw on down to first to Morneau. Lynn has a 98-mile-an-hour fastball, so not overpowering, but we might get some swing and misses. Makes the throw on to first, so we're out of the first inning on just a few pitches. Jorge Polanco is at the top of the lineup. He has a little bit of speed. I mean, obviously, you have faster options like Byron Buxton, but Polanco is one of my guys that I just happen to get on base quite consistently, both singles and extra base hits. And we'll see what he does here with Walker Buehler on the mound. Some definite color combinations chosen with these uniforms too. Reminds me of a birthday party clown. Not quite on the PCI there, just a grounder to the second baseman. We'll work on that as the game progresses. Mauer the other way, that's going to be an easy double, and I'm not even sure if this guy's playing. I was still late on the fastball, but he's not going to get it. And now he's going to get it. We'll get a triple with Mauer with one away, so we should be able to get that run home. Do I dare chance it with Mauer? I'm going for it, since he kind of shouldn't have gotten a triple anyway. But we do get the run there. Throw home was on point, just not very fast with the arm strength. And now we'll see if we can get our A swing off with Byron Buxton. See if that contact and vision is good enough for this card. Again, the live series and the All-Star Game cards were kind of hard to use for me personally. And we're late on a fastball there. And he went back to the fastball again. This time we chased it. So we do get a run on the board just based on some lackadaisical defense or just being away from the controller, but I will take it. Juan Soto goes with a sinker on the outside corner all the way to left field for a double. Maybe we'll have a chance at throwing him out. I mean, that's a strong swing to go the opposite way with. That's incredible right there. Yeah, I'm not falling for your cheese this time, man. Thanks for the free out. Polanco up the middle now on the shift since he ran himself into an out, and that's an easy out number 2. Hey look, he has Jorge Polanco. See if we can get him to ground out to our Polanco. Big swing on the cutter. Hunter over there in right field since we got Buxton in center. We'll take this one on the warning track. Now here's Correa up to bat. Haven't really done much with him in ranked. He did have a walk-off, or not a walk-off, a go-ahead home run in one of my previous episodes, but that's really one of the only solid hits he's been getting to this point. And even then, that was the opposite way. I just don't really have good timing when it comes to All-Star for whatever reason. I do better on like Hall of Fame for some reason. And I'm just late on a lot of pitches. You got Polanco down to an 0-2 count with 2 outs. And then quit. Okay, I'll take the W there, I suppose. I feel like this happens a lot. We played 2 games as a part of the episode because the first guy quits out very early, and then the second guy I just can't really seem to hit it all. So who would be our option here if we were to play a second game? Looks like Blyleven's back up to full energy, or we could go with Joe Ryan since he only pitched an inning the other day with a similar occurrence where the guy quit early. Our bullpen's fully rested if we need to as well, so if like we put in Blyleven or Ryan and they just start getting shelled, we have options in the bullpen. I did strongly consider putting in Eduardo Escobar at shortstop as opposed to Carlos Correa, but he's a good bench option in case we need to like input him anywhere later on in the game. We do get another home game at the Metrodome. I've been really getting lucky with some home games recently. So our record's up to 20-9 now, and I think like 5, 6, maybe 7 of those were people who quit out early after a couple innings. So we have a slightly above 500 winning percentage other than that. This guy's one of the few people that I think actually picked Francisco Lindor from the Fall Stars program. And my game just froze there for a second. Definitely not my connection. I mean, I've had a solid connection all season. Joe Ryan curveball special. It just did it again a few times. Is this guy on something? That pitch a few pitches ago just froze twice at different stages of the pitch. I've never seen that before. And he's R2ing literally after every pitch that I throw. One thing about Francisco Lindor is he does have quite a bit of vision, so he is like fouling off my pitches. Joe Ryan doesn't really have good strikeout stuff, so I might just have to give in and just do like a pitch that he can swing at, but hopefully isn't like down the middle, instead of like nibbling around the corners. There it was again. He just like froze the pitch and then hit it into right field for a base hit. Like that circle change was even out of the zone. What the fuck are we doing here? It's go! Just hit the bottom of the zone. Give me a dot. Something. Like, what is this? Lost connection with my opponent. Thank Christ. I hate that my mind always constantly goes to like, oh, they're definitely like cheating or something. It's just like, of all the games to cheat at, why MLB the Show? But I've never seen a stutter like that was delayed multiple times in the same pitch like that before. Well, Joe Ryan just got his second straight Mickey Mouse pitching win in this series, and we made it over 500 as a result. I guess if we play a third game, we have to go with Bert Blyleven now because Lynn is tired, Ryan's tired, Martin Perez is tired, and Jose Barrios, I don't know if I trust him at a 92. And this is about what I expected. Now that we've reached that 500 plateau, we're on the road facing a team that would be considered a 99 God squad. Record right about 500. I mean, I have a lot of wins where people quit out early, so I'd say this is an on-par matchup. Look at Ozzy over there doing flips and shit. Got the powder blue unis on for both home and away. I just wanted to, wherever we played this episode, display them for a bit of a stark contrast. We had the gray and the white earlier. And these powder blue unis have never really been a part of the uniform kit during my lifetime. But they're starting to grow on me, definitely. Polanco battling 2-2 count with blue on the mound. Fouls off a fastball at 101. Oh, good curveball on the inside part of the plate. The one ranked matchup I think I played last year was against blue, and I just could not hit anything. So this could be the Pedro Martinez matchup all over again as Mauer pops that one up to the third base side. That maybe seems to be a dead giveaway with some of these team build series. If they have somebody who throws under 100, they quit early, and if they don't, it's just an absolute maddening experience for me since I can't really hit for much. Rosario, though, with the 2-0 count, he has some contact and a bit of power to burn. Just see if we can let it eat. Down the line, and it skips past. It looks like Babe Ruth, because everybody has Babe Ruth over there. He dives in right field to knock the ball down and hold it to a single. I wasn't going to push it to second base anyway. And now Byron Buxton, the truth will reveal itself here. Is this a great card? Will he actually be able to square up a pitch with his low contact and vision, or have we been bamboozled again? There's 100 miles an hour right down the middle that I probably should have swung at. Instead, we'll swing at this pitch, and that one is gone. Left fielder's not even going to look at it. Buxton, his first hit with the finest 2022 series is a dinger, 384 out to left center. And now we get our second at-bat with Josh Donaldson. I think Donaldson actually does a whole lot better against lefties. And finally, I'm just glad, first of all, that we got a home run with Buxton. But second, that we were just able to square up a 100-mile-an-hour fastball. It's something that I've been terrible at for the last few weeks. Oh, there's a good changeup. Now he's just going to keep me off guard since I am getting a bit more of a track on the fastball with some of those off-speed pitches. There's the curveball again. And at least we were able to get something on it, but late out to right field. So Buxton puts us ahead here in the top of the first inning, and now we'll see if Blyleven can maybe set down some batters on the opposing side. He's got Wade Boggs leading off, batting .220. Good contact hitter though, good slap hitter, so we'll see if he can maybe get on base for some of the big boppers, as there's a fastball right down the middle. That's the thing with Bert though, he has 2 curveballs, everybody knows it, they know that it's going to fall low in the zone, so you might get away with that for about 3 or 4 innings before you start having to attack with other means, and that's where his sinker might come back into play a bit, even though it's his 5th pitch. I'm actually going to use it right here on 1 and 2, see if he just maybe grounds it to third softly. Oh, that was nearly a strike 3 on a dot. Good eye here so far, good discipline by the batters. He takes that fastball outside, and now we're going to have to see what we're going to do here. I'm going to go with the changeup, just see if he's off on it. There we go, changeup on the bottom part of the zone instead of a curveball. In on the fists, he's just able to lift it out to center. Buxton, with 99 fielding out there, will make the play easily for 2 away. Ray Durham in the 3 spot is definitely a choice. But Durham is a solid card, I will say. One of the popular additions to Diamond Dynasty this year. I remember he was one of the last legends that they revealed, and it wasn't even really a revealed card. It was just one that we found, but he's been great throughout the year so far. I'm glad he got that 99 card. But a 1-2-3 inning here in the bottom half of the first. I don't know what it is, but it seems like everybody that I've encountered in this area of rank just cannot hit with Babe Ruth. Like, pretty much everybody's been batting right around the Mendoza line with him. Maybe he is one of those all-or-nothing cards, though, where he just squares it up for a home run, or not at all. In my experience, he just hits a lot of, line singles. Maybe the occasional home run. Ooh, that fastball was left a bit down the middle, and even with 125 power, Billy Williams can't get it out of here. Buxton will put it away on the warning track. Bert Blyleven hasn't even broken a sweat yet in the 3rd inning. Through 2 innings, he threw 20 pitches, and that energy bar is pretty much all the way up still. Just a lot of these older style pitchers, and now that we're getting into the retro finest 99, they just have so much stamina to burn if I wanted to. But we do have a solid bullpen that's rested too, as we get the strikeout on a fastball down the middle. And we could turn it over to guys like Duran if we wanted to. And now that we're in the 3rd inning, he hasn't really gotten a good look at the curveballs. He hasn't been really hitting the fastball and changeup combo anyway. But if we can just kind of throw the curveballs at him too, I think we might be able to stymie him for at least 5 or 6 innings. There's out number 2 to Hunter. Blyleven with a chance to set down the first 9 batters. I think Blue has some decent hitting stats though, but I could be wrong. Decent 15 contact, 15 vision, so he might be able to square one up decently if we leave it out over the middle of the plate, but he'll chase the curveball there again, and Bert Blyleven through 3 innings. Nobody on. Wade Boggs, we attacked up with the fastball. Doesn't really have much pop in the bat, so Buxton will take that one on the flyout. 10 in a row for Bert Blyleven. So this guy's definitely not quitting early like some of the other guys have been. I hope if we make a bid for the you-know-whats that he doesn't quit out before the end of that. We'll see if we get to that point, though. Grounder to Polanco for out number 2 here. I'm just glad I got an early lead, because in other games like this, it would definitely be tied 0-0 until we reached the 8th or 9th inning sometimes. There's the base hit anyway. Inside sinker, Ray Durham, like I said, very good card. I was a bit surprised he had him in the 3-hole, but that was a good swing right there. Now we'll see if he steals here with Durham just to get some offense going. There he goes. And throw is going to be off by Mauer. I tried to do the quick pitch with the fastball to give myself the best chance. And he takes ball 4 there. Since the fastball can't catch the inside part of the plate, it'll be up to Billy Williams. It's going to be a soft grounded to Polanco. I'll just make the short throw on to second. So he does get his first hit and walk of the ball game. We're not going to have a no-hitter, but Bert Blyleven's still doing a good job through 4. Rosario over in left is going to be there on the curveball, slapped the other way by Mauer. With 2 curveballs, there's only so much you can do. We just got to mix up those fastballs, changeups, sinkers. There's a curveball that he's off on again. And Ozzy will fly out to right field. 3 curveballs, 3 flyouts. So he is going to put in a pinch hitter. It's Ricky Henderson, who's batting 175, and you know, might be one of those guys where if he can get on base, can score a run very easily. Ray Durham was another one that we almost gave up, and he tried stealing second, ended up getting it. Correa is going to have to make a strong throw over to first here, and thankfully, Ricky Henderson is now out of the ball game. There's another high fastball that I attacked Wade Boggs with, which is another fly ball pop out. See if he chases a 2-0 fastball with Griffey out of the zone. Maybe just get myself out of this inning. No, good take. At this point, just probably a 3-0 curveball. Can't even steal a strike there. So Griffey takes a 4-pitch walk. I'd rather face Ray Durham than Ken Griffey Jr. I know Durham has his only hit to this point, but Ken Griffey Jr. can do a lot more damage in terms of a home run. And there we go. First pitch, Ray Durham will fly this one out to left field to Eddie Rosario. Blyleven is through 6 innings. I believe he just has 1 hit allowed and 2 walks to this point. This will likely be Blyleven's last inning. I know he's only thrown 58 pitches, but we do have him as the leadoff hitter next inning. And we do have some shutdown arms in the bullpen that I think would be better options, such as Duran. Plus, again, even though you have stamina with Blyleven, he is starting to draw a few more pitches and walks, and maybe pick up on some of the curveballs that we're plotting with. I might even put in a relief pitcher if he walks Ruth here. See if we can do the changeup here on 3-1. I might do that exact same pitch again. See if he swings through it. 3-2 to Ruth. And that one stayed center, but fooled him for the strikeout. See if we can get him with a curveball inside here. It's late on it. He just doesn't seem to pick up that curveball. It's 83 miles an hour. Just a lot of like late pop-outs with that pitch. There's a fastball inside. Polanco will glove this one. Takes the sinker, and we'll see if we can go back to the changeup and fool him again. We did it twice in a row with Ruth. Here's the 3-2. And he just missed it. I think he was on it, just happened to be off with the PCI. And Blyleven will glove that one for 7 shutout innings. We'll be going to the bullpen here up next. First appearance by Duran, the finest series for the Minnesota Twins. We'll see if he can lock down the last 6 outs. Maybe go to Ryan Presley like I mentioned if we need to. 102 fastball, splitter with outlier, also has a 12-6 curve, and he has a slider on this card as opposed to a cutter, which I think is going to be even harder for opponents to hit since it has more break on some of those right-handed hitters. And a stark contrast from Bert Blyleven. Blyleven threw a lot of curveballs, fastball wasn't very fast, and now we just ramp up the speed here, see if he's able to do anything with it. We'll go with the 12-6 though, just to maybe change it up a bit. He does read it pretty well, but Tony Gwynn, not much power, and that's a lazy fly out to center field. I just realized he had 7, 8, 9. Trying to bunt here with Ozzie Smith, who's not the fastest guy. Tries again on 0-1. I think that pitch almost hit him. And strike 3. Sit down, Ozzie. He's going to have to put in somebody else than Gregory Soto after an inning. It's going to be Luis Gonzalez batting 0-7-4. Duran's actually being kind of low on energy, so we might just go to Presley for the next inning. And there's strike 3. So Duran with a clean inning will lead us to the 9th. Start him off with a circle change. It's going to be rolled over by Boggs to Polanco for out number 1. 2 more outs to go for the shutout. One of Presley's most devastating pitches is the slurve, so I'm going to try and get that into a 2-strike count before using it. There's a fastball right on the black. Probably would have been called a ball, but he swung at it. And now we go to that slurve. There it is. Just a very hard pitch to read, and we're down to 2 outs in the 9th inning. So if we can take care of Durham here and avoid maybe giving up a clutch home run by Ruth, as Durham will foul off the first pitch. I'm going to go back to the slurve, maybe see if I can backdoor him here for strike 2. It works, and now we're going to go back to that slurve on the lower part that he wasn't able to touch last time. Oh, it almost went backdoor again, and Polanco will end this one with the throw on to first. We get the 2-0 shutout. And it wasn't pretty. We had one lucky swing by Byron Buxton, but we were the better hitting team, all things considered. Put more bat on ball in this game. Pitching was just super shut down, and I'm proud that we were able to do so with Bert Blyleven because, again, a lot of people tend to read him after a few innings. Duran and Presley scoreless out of the bullpen for the 8th and the 9th innings. And there you go. I wasn't anticipating to play 3 games as a part of this video, but we get 3 Ws. Bert Blyleven up to a parallel 4 now. Not too many people grinding him since kind of hard to get in the first place, but Blyleven not a card that too many people use for the fact that he has the 2 curveballs. Morneau also up to a parallel 4. I didn't really feel like we did much with him, but we were right on the cusp coming into this game. Mauer, another close one. Let's see how close he is. He's literally just 7 points away from being parallel 4 as well. So that'll do it for this episode. The Mantle collection just came out. I'm going to see how close I am to getting Mickey Mantle. Probably nowhere close. It's going to be January before I get him. Let's be real here. But thanks for joining me for this Team Build Tuesday. My name is Kasabe. We'll see you next time.